Yeah, Graham, it's not gone down well with the EFL about scrapping FA Cup replays. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a disaster for football, a disaster for the EFL, and for all the clubs, for the fans. It shows the divide between those who have and those who have not. The ones that count in football, the ones that don't. But again, I question the decision-making process in football. I question who's making the decisions. I question, are they wearing a shirt and ties? Probably. Have they ever played the game? No. Have they ever stood on terraces? No, I wouldn't have thought so. And for me, I'd like to know whether the FA are still going to take the percentage off each gate and really rub it into the lower league clubs. But it's a shocking decision, absolute shocking decision for football, for the romance of the FA Cup, and for all lower league clubs, all EFL clubs. So I think that it's driven by the big four, whoever they may be each season, making the UEFA Champions League, driven by them. But again, there was no democracy, there was no voting, there was no opinions, there was nothing like that sought from all the, I think it was 730 clubs actually start in the FA Cup. And that's a massive, massive say when only the top 20 clubs in the country get a say on it and the other 710 don't. So I think we all know where we stand in football and in the pyramid. We pay our money and we love the cup, we go, so take your kids, your families to FA Cups and things like that. But I'd certainly be looking at what I do in the future when it comes to the FA Cup, because you kind of lose your taste, you kind of lose your faith in the FA and the football authorities when things like that happen to you.
Financially, obviously you benefit. You had 2 replays this season. One you got TV money for. And of course, looking back a few years, Newport had Tottenham at Wembley.
Yeah, you can ask any of the players, any of the fans who have attended or played in them games what it meant to them, and they were really good spectacles on both occasions. So yeah, it's vital that the lower league clubs have an income stream, a source of revenue. An extra source of revenue. So taking that away, robbing that from them is it's not good. It's not healthy. And again, I question the decision-making process. I question the democracy of it, and the romance of the cup. So, you know, at least speak to us, at least ask us, at least seek opinion, at least seek views of proper football people. But this is common in the game. You've got people who know nothing about football, who've never kicked a ball in their life, who've never stood on a football pitch in their life, probably never even stood on a terrace in their life, making decisions about the game that we all love. And it's about time that football took the game back and football took responsibility and ownership of its own game. We have it so many times across the board. We can go back to officiating if we want. We can go to all sorts of areas of football. We're going to lose the game we love if we don't get a hold of it, and if we don't have proper football people, proper football personnel running and making decisions in our game, because you can see where we're going, you can see what's happening. And unfortunately, the lower league clubs, the EFL clubs and the non-league clubs have suffered really, really badly because of this financial decision.
On to more immediate matters. Your final home game. Last season you had 6 home wins. This season you've got 9 under your belt. You'd love to make that a 10 and send these fans home with something to savour.
Yeah, we would. I'd obviously like to go beyond as well last year's total, and that's a real opportunity tomorrow to do that. On 57 points, we're on 55 at the minute. I can't get away from how we're limping at this moment in time, limping over the finish line. I wanted it to be so much better. But look, there's a lot of lessons to be learned from last year, from this year. We've obviously gone away. We'll have a little sit down at the end of the season. But tomorrow's a real opportunity for us to get rid of what's gone over the last 4 games, 5 games, whatever it is, and really put a show on. I believe it'll be a sellout. I believe that the crowd will turn out as well tomorrow. And yeah, we wanted so much more. But yeah, it will be an opportunity. It will be a chance to try and get a 10th home victory.
Will you have Matty Bonzo back or?
I will obviously look at the squad today. We'll see who comes out of the physio room. We'll see who makes themselves available. He's taken part in a light training session on Tuesday. He's taken part in a session on Wednesday with the lads. So we'll assess all the lads as we always do on a Friday morning. We'll have a training session this morning. We'll assess them. We'll have a look at them, and then whoever's fit and healthy, we'll probably make the squad, and we'll pick the strongest and the best team we possibly can to try and get that 10th victory.
60 feet on the bounce. You don't need me to say it, but what was Hugh Jenkins made of that? We spoke to him about it.
Yeah, we've had some really good, positive, strong conversations regarding it. I don't need Hugh Jenkins to tell me. I don't need the fans to tell me. I don't need anybody really to tell me. I'm a football man, I'm a football person. I fully understand. Yes, people can make excuses and people can give circumstances. We're not equipped, obviously, to get through this period, and this is probably the similar period to what we had in September, October, November. So for a football club to go through that period twice in the one season, one or two things need to be addressed. When we've sat down, we've had open and honest conversations, sometimes hard-hitting conversations. I've had conversations with the players, but at the end of the day, it's I take it personally, I take it hard. I'm a winner. I've never known anything like that in my career. I've never known an injury crisis. I've never known some of the things that happen and occur. So yeah, listen, we have to get stronger. We have to build, not only on the pitch but off the pitch. We have to prepare ourselves better. This will be a period where we're hurting. We're all hurting at this moment in time, but I do believe we will learn from it. I do believe we will grow from it, and I still maintain. Had we have had a little bit more, whether that be resources or whether that be personnel, I still think, or if we could have avoided one or two injuries, I still think we would be a playoff team, and we were heading in that direction until the roof caved in. And that's something then to hold on to, really. That's something to look at. So we weren't far off, but yeah, a little bit more, and we could very, very well be a playoff team at this moment in time, preparing for playoffs at the end of the season. So yeah, there's obviously reasons why we just couldn't do that.
And Hugh understands that. I mean, you know what I'm getting at. Some managers don't survive 60 feet, do they? But Hugh has been around football long enough to know your situation, the resources, the injuries, all that sort of stuff.
Well, again, like I say, I don't know whether it'll take Hugh Jenkins, the owner. I don't think. For me personally, I don't think it'll take Hugh Jenkins to come up and tip me on the shoulder and say, "Listen, Graham, your time is up." I don't think that at all. I think I know myself when my time is up. I think I know myself when I can't push and when I can't get any more. Like I say, I'm honest enough, and it won't come to that, and it won't come to me walking down the sidelines and the crowd are absolutely baying for me blood. That'll not come, and that'll not happen, because I will know before that, and there'll be no dramas, and there'll be no muckslinging, and there'll be no caning each other. I'm not that type of person. That'll never happen here. When my time comes, my time will come. I'll know when it's my time. I'll not be hanging around, and like I say, it's not the most financially luxurious job in the world or anything like that. So it's a brilliant job. I love it, and I'm determined to deliver success to the football club. And as I say, look, if my time comes, I will know. I will be the first to know. I won't need the Amber Army to tell me. I won't need the owner to tell me, and I won't need the players to tell me. I will know that myself. I think there's a little bit of fight left in me. I think there's a little bit more football left in me. And dare I say it, yeah, while I'm feeling a little bit down at this moment in time, I still think there's something to be built at this football club, and there's something to be done. And I think in the face of adversity, I think we'll rise up and we'll be stronger. I think we'll be stronger for these last handful of games, because we'll know the reasons why. And we'll, like I say, we weren't too far off in March. We were 2 points off the playoffs, and it took a lot of work. It took a lot of energy and a lot of work behind the scenes to get there. And I think we can do something like that along them lines again. And like I say, if I can't, I'll be the first one. I'll hold my hand up. I'll be honest. I'll be straight with people, and I'll just say, look, time is up. But I think I'm a long way from that just yet.
Oh, good. Excellent. Because in some ways, you've said the squad are flagging in a way, and I know you want to finish 2 games strong, but you as staff, you've all had an emotional season in a way. It's put you under stress. You almost need a break as well. The load of you before. It's not time for rash decisions and rash this, that, or other, is it?
It's not. Listen, I'm probably my own worst enemy. I'm probably obviously a victim maybe of a little bit of success. Who knows? I don't know. But look, I want to win, and make no bones about it. I want to win. So it's and I don't. There is excuses, there's mitigating circumstances. You can't get away from that. But we have to grow our departments. We have to grow our football club. We have to grow our squad. We have to get bigger. We have to get stronger in all departments. The infrastructure of the football club. We mentioned the Mansfields. We mentioned the Stockports and the Wrexhams. And we have to start to try and take a leaf out of their book as to why and where Mansfield have had 2 injury crises as well this season. Stockport did as well. They got through it. Wrexham were very much untouched. But I look at the likes of Barrow and I look at the likes of Crawley. They've gone through the season without injury. They've gone through the season with a bigger squad, a little bit more in depth than we have. And they're probably one of the reasons why Barrow and Crawley are where they are at this moment in time. Now I've asked an awful lot of these lads, and probably trying to chase on 2 fronts, probably trying to push the squad as hard as I did, has probably caused one or two little injuries, or 1 or 2 little breakages or cracks in the squad. Can we chase on 2 fronts? Yes, but we would obviously need a few more bodies. We'd obviously need a few more players. Can we grow our medical department, our S&C department? Can we make that bigger and stronger so we're more durable? There's lots and lots of things that we have to look into. Conversations which I've had obviously with the owner, very healthy conversations on that front as well. So yeah, I can see, I can see, and I think a lot of people can see where we faltered, where and what stages we faltered at, and how and why. But like I've always said, and I think I've been consistent with it, where one man misses out, another man gains. Where one door closes, another one opens. And we've had opportunity to put a number of players in. We came off the pitch, was it last week, with 4 academy players on the pitch and 2 on the bench. So there's 6 academy products in and around us, and that's brilliant when you're a young kid. That is brilliant, getting them opportunities and getting them chances. And they're days that these young lads will never forget. So, look, we've had opportunity and chances to give the lads a go, to give them a chance. So, there has been a lot of positives. There has been a lot of positives. I get all that, but I live, and as Rob quite alluded to, as you mentioned, I live in the here and now. I can't look back in January or February when FA Cup runs and second in the league or whatever, third in the league, wherever we were. I can't look back. I have to look forward, and I have to live in the here and now. That's the harsh reality. But I suppose at the end of the season, I'll have an opportunity to sit down and reflect.
Getting rid of replays, that might help the focus.
Valid point.
You mentioned, you pointed out on Saturday, you say departments, but it's not a department, is it? And I guess that's where that's real room for improvement, is it, as a club? A little bit of
yeah, we have to. Yeah, we have to improve. We have to grow. We've got a squad that obviously the demands of modern day football, the demands of training, and they need to be looked after. They're things that the new owner is well aware of, and they're things that he's inherited, we've inherited. He's an experienced man. He knows how to build and grow a football club, and I'm sure he would have noticed the circumstances, and he has noticed that we're all working under. But look, he's been brilliant, he's been positive, and it can only be a good thing having such an owner with such experience who's been there, done that, across various roles at football clubs. So yes, it can only be a positive, and he will, and he's anxious to help, and he's anxious to grow and to push the club on.
One player, Josh Heber, he's getting close. Will he be? Would it be nice for him to almost scratch the itch and get a bit before the end of the season, or is it a case of you've just got to hold him back?
Josh won't make the end of the season. No, he's obviously he's a little bit off it. But yeah, again, it would have been really nice to get another handful of games another handful of appearances under his belt. It's been unfortunate, but look, that's the story of the season, and that's the way the season has gone for us. That's the hand we've been dealt. You know, an 18, 19-year-old lad just slips and his leg breaks, no one near him. So it was a real tough time for him, for us as well, to see one of your players in such agony and to see such bad luck fall upon there. And nobody wishes that on a young kid, an 18-year-old kid. So it was a tough one to take, and he won't be ready between now and the end of the season. Well, the next week is it the next 8 days, so it'd be a minor miracle if he was ready for 8 days. But no, he'll miss out.
Only one, obviously. Scott Bennett missed out last week. Is he?
Well, Scott he's done a light training session on Wednesday. He'll come and train with us today. If he comes through today, then he will become available for tomorrow. Yes.